Katie from Without a Crystal Ball. We're back. We're better than ever. It's Tuesday, and I am still not Cody Brown's fifth wife. In fact, I am so not his fifth wife, and I definitely do not have Cody's perm. But what I do have is some tea on the sister wives. So before we get started, do me a humongous favor and give this video a thumbs up. Also, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please click the subscribe button down here. Turn the notifications on so you know when I go live or new updates are posted. And leave some comments and tell me what your thoughts are. Okay, so we've got some updates on the Sister Wives because you guys are obsessed with this show. So we know that Cody and Christine Brown are actually expecting their first combined grandchild. That's right, Cody is already a grandfather to Janelle's daughter's children, or his and Janelle's daughter. I call him Janelle's daughter because really, let's be honest, like how involved is Cody in the lives of his children? Ba-da-bum. All right, so Maddie has 2 kids, and she is a proud mother to Axel and Evie. But Christine, up until this point, has only been a bonus grandma because she loves Maddie. She and Maddie have always had a very close relationship, and she now is going to be a biological grandmother to her first, with her daughter Mykelti being pregnant. This will be Cody's 3rd grandchild, and obviously the family was very excited when Mykelti and Tony announced their pregnancy earlier this year. During their pregnancy announcement, they had a cute little shoes. They did the whole thing on People, but yesterday they actually made a big announcement on the gender or the sex of the baby, and they are having a baby girl. On Instagram, Miss Mykelti wrote, "Good afternoon. I just wanted to share with you that Tony and I are having a baby girl. She's due at the end of March. You can check out this article from People magazine for sure. For more, thank you for all of your love and for your support." Tony on his Instagram then said, "It's true, we're having a girl. Yes, it was very bright outside. Haha, new dad." Now, the People magazine article was basically just the same photo that they had shared, basically talking about how she talked a little bit about her pregnancy and how she's just very excited. She actually said to People magazine that she had this feeling that she was having a girl, so she was very excited to find out that it was a girl. Now, I'm actually surprised here because Miss Christine Brown, who is never a one to shy away from saying things on her Instagram, didn't respond to Mykelti. Now, maybe she doesn't want to steal her thunder. She did like the photos and she did like the posts by Mykelti, so I have no doubt that Christine is so thrilled. But I was surprised that the grandma-to-be wasn't more posting about it, right? Because she did return to Instagram. That's right, Christine Brown is back. And what is she doing? She's promoting her LuLaRoe. And she also shared that she's updating her house for Halloween. She says, "My favorite Halloween decorations is the spooky village. However, my favorite part is all the broken pieces from when Axel came to visit and he played with it. It's just a wonderful memory, and I'm never going to fix the broken pieces." So she spoke about her bonus grandchild, Axel. She took some time to model a jacket and said, "Finally some fall jacket weather. Noelle definitely got into this photo shoot. I never thought I'd like ripped denim, but I love these." So she posted some photos in a jacket and ripped jeans, and it's all for her LuLaFail company that's basically going under, and she's still promoting. Now, also, Isabel gave some updates on her Instagram as well, and she basically just said that she is healing. So Mykelti will be having her first child in March, and the interesting thing here is that they're returning to the show. So we're going to have some new storylines. Last year, I think one of the biggest complaints by the fans as I was doing my recaps and coverage of the show was that somehow in the show they had lost track of the kids. There was very little storylines related to the kids. On a podcast, Cody had talked about how some of his older kids really didn't have the capability of being on the show. Some of them didn't want to be filmed. He specifically talked about how Tony had a job in a bank, which made it difficult to film, and that they were not on the show because of that. Now, Mykelti did announce that she's returning to the show, and Tony on a Twitch live mentioned that he had left his job as a banker, and so therefore his job would make it more flexible for them to film. So we're going to see Mykelti and Tony return to the show because every show needs a baby, and Mr. Cody knows that babies are good for business. Since he's not impregnating any one of his little minion wives, he now can just use his children to make money for the family. Aha. Also on this season, we are been teased by Christine that Isabel's upcoming surgery, or the surgery she just had, will actually be part of the storyline. So you've got storylines with Isabel. You'll have Mykelti and Tony returning. I'm not quite sure what the storyline with Mariah will be. Obviously, Mariah and Audrey are still in Chicago. We might see some of the older kids. I don't know. I'm not sure. Hunter was actually back this summer, so maybe Hunter will make an appearance. He's actually in graduate school now, getting his master's degree, I believe, in nursing. So I'm still trying to figure out all of this. Now, also, Miss Robin has disappeared. She doesn't hang out on social media. There will always be, and we can already figure out that another one of the storylines is going to be like Cody and Mary, Mary and Cody. Do they have a relationship? Do they not? Cody and Mary. Mary wants it. Cody doesn't. Everyone wants it. No one likes her. Everything Mary. But I think it'll be a nice change of pace to not be so focused on the house. Last season, the house issue was such an repetitive storyline. It was literally the only thing the couples talked about, to the point of no discussion about the kids. We barely saw the children. We only saw Robin's kids when it came to Cody and Robin fighting about the house, which actually had her daughter end up having an anxiety attack. We never saw much of Christine's children, like truly. I mean, outside of her telling her dad she didn't want to learn how to ride a bike. So will we see more of Truly? I mean, I truly feel like Truly it should be one of the stars of the show because she has this very feisty personality. Will we see more of Gwendolyn as she graduates from high school? Will we see more of Janelle's kids, Savannah? Will Savannah show up more? Will we see more of Maddie? Oh, will we see Maddie's journey of getting her daughter Evie having her foot amputated along with getting fit for a prosthetic? I'm guessing that will be featured in there as well. As Maddie Brown tends to be one of the fan favorites, I have noticed repeatedly that when I talk about Maddie, you guys always have very positive things to say about her and really love her as a human being, not only as a human, but also as a mother and a wife. Now, interesting to note, none of the Brown children that have gotten married have followed in their parents' footsteps to be polygamists. So while typically I might be a little sad when finding out that Mykelti was having a little girl because that would mean that she would go into the world of polygamy, it doesn't appear that Mykelti and Tony have any plans to add another wife, meaning their daughter will be growing up in a world where she has autonomy to be in a monogamous relationship and will have parents that will model what a put together family looks like instead of a dad that's running around from family to family to family. So, what are your biggest takeaways from this? Are you surprised that Christine didn't say anything to Mykelti? Are you shocked that she's having a baby girl? Are you shocked that they're returning to the show? Are you shocked that Robin still hasn't said anything? Are you surprised that Cody still hasn't said anything? Cody Brown, you would think, who has the biggest ego in the whole world, hasn't said a word on social media in months. So another thing that I've been wondering is, will there be a potential spinoff with some of the older kids? Would you watch a show that was just about the kids and not about the moms and Cody? Would you watch like Gwendolyn and Peyton fighting? I would totally watch that. I would love to see some like actual drama in this family that surrounds the beliefs, because a lot of that happens off camera, but it doesn't happen on camera. So would you watch a show that included Gwendolyn and Peyton going toe to toe about their beliefs? All right, you guys, tell me what your thoughts are in the comments below. Bye, guys.